Good afternoon, good evening. Today is Monday, January 3rd of 2022. I know for some of us will take time to switch from writing 21 to writing 22, but it is what it is. And for those that have not heard it yet, I want to say Happy New Year's. May this year make a difference in your life and you see some miracles happening in your life. Now, it is 27 degrees as I'm heading to Lexington. I had a late day today, plus I spent over an hour watching UDM live stream, and we'll see. Interesting stream, but that 2, 3, 4 offers per screen, I'm guessing you'll be able to scroll up and down. But it's things that I would actually look more at is for these apps starts fixing where the accept button no longer is at the bottom. It's somewhere halfway to the top, or to the top is what I actually would prefer it to be, because it does make an issue sometimes as you're finishing up a raw order or we're out, because I had a situation where I was hitting to complete an order, and that's when another order popped up and I accepted it, and that was not my intention, but it all turned out good because that order turned out to be actually a good order. So sometimes things happen in life and it actually sends us on a different journey. It actually splits you off onto doing something else. So, topic: catering bags and hot bags. I know that topic is for those that actually watching YouTube. Probably most of you guys have hot bags, maybe even catering bags. You guys are trying to keep the customers' food warm. Doesn't matter. You guys go pick up the food at the restaurant with a bag or not, but you take care of them. But there's a lot of drivers, and I'm pretty sure this is happening throughout all markets where they do not use their bag. Not just at the restaurant, but they're not using the bag even in their vehicle. Now, me personally, I'm going to first explain myself before actually we go further into catering and hot bags. In the beginning, I used to go into the restaurant and put the food in a bag and try to to show off to the restaurant, oh, I'm doing everything DoorDash wanted. But as we all know, eventually, the top dasher that taking every single order, it doesn't pay, and we really quickly start readjusting and start looking for answers how to better our income. So one of the things when I made a decision, I'm going to be doing a DoorDash long term. This is not going to be like a 2, 3, 4 week just quick gig of in and out. I bought myself catering bags. I bought a catering bag from Amazon. I bought a catering bag from DoorDash. Some people were saying that if you buy a catering bag from DoorDash automatically puts you in their big order program. Not true. But at least not in my case. I bought a pizza bag from Amazon. Catering bag and pizza, they're both high quality bags. I spent a little bit of money to actually buy those. I bought a pizza bag from DoorDash, and then I got a bag from Grubhub that actually is like a pizza bag slash hot bag. So I have those things. I have a few other things. I have blankets, space blanket, and some other stuff to keep the food warm if I ever do get that big catering order. So far, I only had one of those orders where I actually had, a good couple $100 order. Well, I'll be guys honest, was very disappointed on the tip. The tip was only 15 bucks. So some people say, oh, you get 30, 50, $100 in tips. That's not exactly what was my experience. So that's something, to say on that topic. What's next? I do not carry a hot bag into the restaurant unless there's a reason to do so. A lot of restaurants that are going to order from, their bags are too big to actually even fit in the hot bag. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped going in with a hot bag. But I do take an order automatically. As soon as I get to the car, it goes in the catering bag, and it stays in the catering bag. Now, if I get ice cream that needs to be cold and kept cold, I'll double bag it. I'll actually put it in a hot bag, and that hot bag inside a catering bag. And to my amazing, even done a test, actually keeps the ice cream cold without getting the ice cream melted. Of course, you need to keep in mind, if it's set for 5 or 10 minutes at the restaurant shelf, those bags not going to help much other than, because it's already halfway melted. You want to get that ice cream or that shake in the bag before it drops the temperature to 32, because it needs to cool down the air inside that hot bag. That's why I would like to own one more hot bag that is actually half the size of the DoorDash bag, so actually less area to cool down. So that's my opinion. Now, for those of you that's saying, oh, I'm going to the restaurant with my hot bag as an advertisement, keep in mind, you're advertising DoorDash. You're not advertising yourself unless you take that bag, and on that bag you'll put your name on it and your phone number, and then on another side of that bag you say, hey, I deliver for tip. And then you roll that bag as you're waiting for the food at the restaurant, and then use that as an advertisement with those customers that's sitting at the restaurant. Then you can pick up the client. Now there's one problem with actually having private clients. You never know when you're going to get that phone call from that client saying, hey, I have a food ordered at Applebee's, can you pick it up and bring it over to me? And you might be on a 30-minute delivery at that point. You have to tell your customer, I'm happy to do so, but it's going to be about 45 minutes out. So there's those downsides. I know a guy that does this in Danville, and that's all he does. His minimum tip, he signs a contract with the customer where those customers give him minimum $20 for each delivery. He does. And he has, their card on file, so he automatically runs it every time he does a transaction for the customer. But he doesn't do DoorDash anymore. He got enough of customers that he actually will do, and he only delivers to one area. He doesn't take customers from all over the town to one area. That means he's either on the way to drop off, and then he's going to go back into the restaurant area, pick up more food, and then he usually has 1, 2, 3 orders at the same time going, and then they're all going into one area. So that's the way he worked out his business. Customers like it, they tip it. He has couple catering bags. Everything goes in catering bags, and that's how he runs the business. But if you are going in with that hot bag into the restaurant, you might as well advertise yourself. There is no point advertising DoorDash. Oh, I'm so good. I'm here with the bag. When 99.9% of the drivers don't do it, and then 80% of the drivers don't put that food at all in any bag and deliver cold food to the customer. So you're like, hey, I'm the good one out of the rest of the drivers. Hey, it's great for you, you're the good one, but do you benefit out of it other than just feeling that pride? What is the pride? Eventually the pride gets you in trouble, because other drivers out there that don't put that food into any bags at all, they're gonna get mad at you. They're gonna start slashing your tires. They're gonna start creating you problems. So, do you really earn anything with that pride? So, as my recommendation, make sure that food stays hot. But unless you're parking away from too far away from the restaurant, yeah, bring the bag with you, but don't show off. But otherwise, if it takes you 15 seconds to grab that food from the restaurant and put it in your car in a catering bag, don't waste your time with that hot bag showing off. Now, for those of you that have a question, Slavic, on your platform, what's going to be your requirement? And it's going to be very simple. Restaurant's going to make a decision. But my recommendation to restaurants will be not to approve on anybody on platform that does not have a required equipment, based on what the restaurant opinion of required equipment is. And then 2, restaurants will need to also have the required equipment to make sure that the food stays warm before you arrive to pick it up. So I'm not going to enforce drivers to have catering bags if restaurants aren't going to. But I'm pretty sure when this question is going to be risen to restaurants going to start, not all, but majority restaurants will start addressing that issue, and they'll start having those bags to keep that food warm, which means they'll require drivers to have those bags as well, so the food can stay warm to reach to the customer as well. So that's the way I look at it. I also believe every driver that is a full-time driver should have proper equipment, no matter on whose platform you're on. And which I mean catering bags, hot bags, space blankets, as well as regular blankets. And part-time drivers, they should have at least a hot bag and some kind of a blanket to throw on top of the hot bag while it's in your car. Because especially the DoorDash hot bag, they're not the best bags out there when it takes keeping the food warm to get to the customer. So that is my opinion, guys. If you guys have any comments or you guys disagree with something on me, definitely would like to hear about it. Please comment it below. And maybe I'm not seeing something. Maybe I don't understand something, because you guys have to understand, I have a business mindset. I also have CEO mindset, as running the company, as making the best decision possible. I have a team that I used to work with, board of directors, as well as the higher management. Now I'm on my own. So, your guys' feedback and your opinion does mean a lot to me, because now I'll be able to understand other point of views, and maybe, yes, I am wrong in something, because at the end of the day, I'm a human, and you guys need to understand that. Some people are like, oh, sir, guys, I'm human as you are. The only difference between me and you, I went into work for myself at the age of 20. And so do apologize about the fan. I forgot it's running. I went to work for myself at the age of 20 and never looked back. So I have over 20 years of experience. I ran a couple of companies. I built a couple companies in my past. So that's the only difference between me and you. And some of you, might be have just about as much experience, maybe even more experience. Maybe I should be saying sir to you. So guys, we're all humans, just with very different levels of experience at certain areas. That's about it. So guys, appreciate you. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for liking the video. And those of you that new, thank you for subscribing. And be blessed. And I'll be out with today's run. Hopefully that weather will permit, because it is really, really cold. Take care.